Plants vs. Zombies has been beaten in hundreds of different ways. People have gone as far as making the nuts only challenge, beans only challenge. There's probably been a grass only challenge. Yeah, maybe not. So one day whilst playing Garden Warfare, I suddenly froze. But then I was brutally massacred. However, it made me think up the idea. Quickly before we begin, Mr. Beast is telling me that I'm going to reach 25,000 subs in 89 days. Which is like 3 months. So to help me prove him wrong, make sure you subscribe to support the channel. Heading back to the challenge, here's the rules. We're actually doing this challenge on PvZ2, as in the first game, Dave picks half the plants for you. I can only use plants from the Garden Warfare games. That doesn't include plants' abilities like Chomper's Spikeweed or Cactus's Walnut. No power-ups, no leveling up, other than the mandatory level 2 pea shooter, no other cheating stuff. You get the idea. And every gimmick level where I'm forced to use certain plants might not be possible, but hell, I'ma try anyway. So without further ado, let's beat Plants vs. Zombies 2 with only Garden Warfare plants. Welcome to the tutorial world, where luckily the first plant we have access to in this game is... The first level isn't much to worry about, having our main character pea shooter wipe out all these brown coat losers. So once beating the level, we unlocked the second Garden Warfare character to join the team. Sunflower is going to carry this challenge for us. However, don't think this will be a cakewalk. I don't think you've realized what to saw for these few characters down the line. For now though, Sunflower greatly increases our sun production and allows us to get by level 2 with no problem. Given this nut dude, but he ain't part of the Garden Warfare gang, so in level 3, I did not place this nut. Cactus did. And once again, we breached through the level, with the same going for level 4, rewarding us with Cabbage Face. Such a shame that PopCap chose the corn throwing man over you to get a Garden Warfare character. Oh well. Day 5 unlocks the whole of the lawn, which somehow already has walnuts planted in the dirt. How did you do that? And this Cabbage dude decided he wanted to join in on the fun. Yeah, not happening, buddy. Get out of here. We continued the level with our pea shooters, as well as these walnuts who've decided to sacrifice themselves for the greater cause. And once taking out the final cone head, yeah, we still haven't gone against any bucketheads. He fell over and I found hot sauce in his pocket, to which Dave stole it and poured the whole thing on one taco, and then ate it. Dave, after consuming said taco, somehow doesn't feel like his ass is about to explode, but actually wants to eat it again. You freak. So after talking to his, talking car, he travels back in time, as anyone would do, and oh no! We're in ancient Egypt now. That doesn't smell right. Or maybe the smell's coming from you eating that hot-ass taco. But after Dave stopped talking about his bowels, we get thrown into day 1, being the first level of ancient Egypt. The White Knight and Walnuts have returned, defending our Garden Warfare plants. So we went ahead and fought through the horde with only Sunflower and Pea Shooter, until we came across Mr. Sunman, who decided to just steal my hard-earned sun. Although, he literally was taken out by this Pea Shooter, so it didn't matter at all. We then went on to the power-up level with these pre-planted plants. I didn't place these guys, in which I tried my hardest to hold back the overwhelming amount of zombies, just trying to tempt me into using my snowflake powers or Google Maps. And after making it to the final wave, I had to sacrifice 2 lawnmowers to beat the level, to which they respawned instantly, so all of that stress was for nothing. Regardless, we received the world map. Wow, look at this cool map. Anyway, level 3 had Penny giving me a few bands, but then this taco-eating head-ass made me spend a rack on some plants. Where am I buying this food from? The black market? These early levels are obviously quite a cakewalk. Yeah, Dave over here talking about these zombies keep being different. Yeah, on day 4, here was our first real issue. Take a look at this conveyor belt real quick. You see the issue? That's right. Why does this plant got dread? The conveyor belt levels will likely be the downfall of this challenge, with not knowing which plants are coming next, along with if these plants are even in these levels. However, luckily the early levels give me an infinite supply of lawnmowers, because I guess they think I suck at this game. So I beat the level without placing a single plant, and then was forced to upgrade this pea shooter against his own will. Dave reminds me that, hey, look, you can buy upgrades for money. Use your money to buy upgrades. Spend your money. I just ignored his demand and went on to placing down the Garden Warfare team. Whilst it might not look like it now, the zombie right here will cause serious issues in the near future. But not the far future, because we're not in that world yet. I want to make iceberg lettuce freeze fire more better, Penny. That's a fat ass update. Day 6, the first boss level in this challenge, which happens to be another conveyor level. And it so happens to be also the first level to not have unlimited mowers anymore. I guess they're taking my trainer wheels away from me. And look, I really wanted to see if I could beat this only using garden warfare plants, but legitimately the only thing that technically counts is iceberg lettuce, who was a cancelled character for Battle for Neighborhood because the game fell off and died. But even then, the iceberg doesn't show up enough in the conveyor to stall everyone before the mowers can wipe out the board. So as I stated in the beginning of this video, try to ignore these levels that force the plants in my pockets. So we pushed through day 6, day 7, and oh boy, the tutorial messages are finally over, giving us access to the saw. And that means that's right, the OG God of Warfare team has been assembled. So in day 8, we deployed our heroes and let them piece up all the zombies. It's wild to see how the game suddenly becomes a whole lot easier with these two joining the team. However, after moving on from this level, I got hit with an ad. Now, I didn't know that there was just adverts that forced you to watch them with no rewards like gems or coins or this special plant, but half of these adverts are just broken anyway. This guy is just in the void. What are you promoting here? The color black? We went on to beat day 9 like it was nothing, which unlocked this slimy garden hose with eyes. And despite day 10 shoving all these gravestones on my lawn, I just used cactus piercing ability to hit the zombies right through the hieroglyphic cuboids. Day 11 had me slightly worried when the talking truck told me you have to bring these plants. Bring these plants. Which made me think, well, it's over. Again. But as she drove off, we were given not only Sunflower, but Pea Shooter too, let's go. With having access to 2 of our Garden Warfare plants, we managed to clear out all of the mummies and daddies. In day 12, we had a rough start with a conehead making it halfway down our field, but luckily Chomper was there to nom. Chomper, I will admit, is relatively strong for these early stages, with even being able to take out this zombie trapped in our asparagus in one bite. Another strange feature I didn't expect was Cactus being able to turn into spikeweed, as approaching zombies would force him into the ground and kinda just stab them from below. Day 13 had us placing plants next to Dave's mucus collection, and me, being the idiot I am, thought these guys needed protecting, otherwise Dave would show up on my lawn with a shotgun. But it turns out I'm just not allowed to plant these guys, which I didn't understand until way later. Day 14 unlocked the Zen Garden, which had a small depiction of me. Before heading into day 15, we got hit with another advert. What even is this? Pink snake. Dave then tells us there's a plant call on the banana phone. Plants don't have arms. How did they phone you? In an attempt to save these endangered plants, I simply went to go get the shovel and, unsurprisingly, that didn't work. So we had to instead fight every single zombie, all because Dave couldn't get off his cackle-eating ass to dig up 3 flowers. Luckily, we passed the level with flying colors, which can't be said for this advert since there are no colors, and I still managed to fail. Day 16 happened so fast that the sunflowers I placed spelled out the letter F. For fast. Day 17 told me I'm not allowed to place more than 17 plants. Why? But due to Cactus's dual-wield up, down, left, right cheat code looking ass, I resorted to primarily placing him over the course of the whole level. And my present for beating it was an extra plant food slot. Thank you. Funny enough, whilst loading to the next day, this white flower suddenly started to crash out and stretch into base, transforming himself into a snowflake. Good for you, Snowflake. Dave then tells us we're going up against our first pea shooter level. No, not that pea shooter. I'm talking about this pea shooter, which I beat entirely on this channel. So go watch it if you're really awesome and cool. Unfortunately, without having the ability to combine my plants like in pea shooter, I had to resort to using basic practices and pea shooters to fight my way through day 19. Where these camel panels built like a wet flannel suffered the most, with Cactus shooting straight from the water. At this point, I thought Dave was just messing around with me, because day 19 required us to never have more than 16 plants, and also look after these green shit, all whilst Jack Black from Jumanji sets all my plants on fire.